Before the sun peaks over the horizon and the world bursts into motion, what if you could unlock a secret source of energy and focus? A legendary samurai once harnessed the quiet of dawn to prepare for battle. Now, let's discover how his ancient morning rituals can transform your day into one of purpose and success. Eyes ready to rise with the wisdom of a warrior. Welcome to the calm of dawn, where Miyamoto Musashi, the famed samurai, found his daily purpose. For Musashi, every sunrise wasn't just a start to a new day. It was a chance to set intentions with a clear mind, aligning his spirit with the natural world. As the sun rose, it wasn't only the light that awakened. It was also Musashi's resolve to live mindfully and with focus. In these moments, he taught us the power of starting our days with purpose, of being fully present. His connection with the morning light, the whispering winds, and the steady flow of the river reminds us to find our rhythm in the natural cycle of life. Let's take inspiration from Musashi's mornings. Ask yourself, how will I embrace this day with intention? How can I sync my rhythm with nature's pulse? Musashi's routine is more than a habit. It's a guide to clarity and living in harmony with the world. Before the first light of day could paint the sky, Musashi was already awake. He rose in the stillness before dawn, embracing the silence that most of the world was yet to disturb. To him, this wasn't just an early start. It was seizing a moment filled with peace and ripe with opportunity. In these early hours, Musashi found the quiet space necessary for deep focus and reflection, a sacred time to prepare for the day's challenges ahead. Musashi's preparation for the day went beyond the mind. He also took great care in his personal grooming. Cleanliness and neatness were a samurai's silent virtues. He understood that respecting his own appearance was a form of self-respect and a way to honor the space and the people he would encounter. For Musashi, every action, even the most routine, was an opportunity to practice mindfulness and intention. So as we follow Musashi's example, let's consider the quiet potential of the early morning and how our own routines of self-care can set the stage for a day lived with purpose and respect. It's in these small personal rituals that we find the essence of discipline and the foundation for a life lived with dignity and intention. As the sky began to blush with the morning light, Musashi dedicated himself to the art of the kata, the precise sword forms central to his martial mastery. With each fluid motion, he didn't just polish his technique, he cleared the clutter from his mind. The dance of the sword was a moving meditation, each sweep and strike a stroke of clarity across the canvas of his thoughts. But Musashi's discipline didn't end with the sword. His physical routine was a testament to the samurai belief that a strong body houses a strong spirit. Musashi engaged in exercises that built strength and agility, understanding that a warrior must be as swift as he is steady. It wasn't about vanity or mere physical prowess. It was about crafting a vessel capable of facing life's demands. In channeling Musashi's routine, we see the value of physical fitness not just for the body, but for the mind and soul. As we push our limits and test our strength, we do more than train our muscles. We fortify our resolve and hone our mental sharpness. Musashi shows us that the discipline of the body is a path to the discipline of the mind. Musashi knew the battleground was not only in the field, but also within the mind. After his physical training, as the world around him stirred to life, he sat in zazen, or seated meditation. This was his time for silence, for stilling the waters of his mind to reflect the clarity of a calm lake. In this tranquility, Musashi found the focus that made him not just a master swordsman, but a master of his thoughts as well. With his mind as sharp as the blade he wielded, Musashi would then turn to strategize and plan. As the sun climbed higher, he plotted his day with the same precision and foresight as he did a duel. He set goals, carved out intentions for his pursuits, and prepared a mental map for the day. This was not a hurried process, but a deliberate one, ensuring that each action he would take was purposeful and each decision a step towards his greater aims. By embracing Musashi's approach to meditation and planning, we too can cultivate a mindset of clarity and intention. It teaches us the power of starting our day not in chaos, but in contemplation, setting the stage for success in whatever battles we may face. With his mind aligned and his body honed, Musashi turned to nourish himself. His first meal was approached with the same mindfulness as his martial practice. he chose simple, wholesome foods that sustained his body for the long day ahead. This wasn't a feast of indulgence, but a meal that reflected the samurai's principles: balance, moderation, and nutrition. Musashi also understood the significance of the tea ceremony, a ritual that was less about the act of drinking tea and more about the ceremony itself. Each movement was precise, each step a lesson in focus. Through this, he engaged fully with the present moment, appreciating the warmth of the bowl, the aroma of the tea, and the calm that each sip brought. Incorporating Musashi's approach to nourishment into our lives doesn't require a samurai's diet, but it does ask us to be mindful of what we consume and how we consume it. It's about choosing foods that fuel us, engaging in the act of eating as a practice of awareness, and finding in the simple act of drinking tea a moment of peace in our otherwise busy days. Musashi's dedication to self-improvement extended beyond the physical realm. He also nourished his intellect and spirit through reading and writing. In the quiet hours of the morning, he would delve into scrolls and texts, absorbing the wisdom of the ages. This was a time for learning, for challenging his understanding, and for reflecting on the insights of others. His artistic pursuits, like calligraphy and painting, were another form of meditation for Musashi. Each brushstroke was deliberate, a practice of expression and an exploration of his inner landscape. Through these creative endeavors, he maintained a balanced spirit, embracing the idea that a warrior must cultivate both the martial and the artistic to achieve true mastery. Musashi's intellectual and artistic routines remind us of the importance of feeding our minds and souls, not just our bodies. They encourage us to set aside time for our own development, to engage with the world intellectually, and to express ourselves creatively. In this way, we honor the full spectrum of our human potential. As the morning matured and Musashi's personal rituals came to a close, he turned his attention outward, readying himself for the day's interactions. He believed in setting intentions. A practice in doing so, Musashi embraced adaptability, understanding that while one can plan, life's unpredictability requires a mind that can pivot and respond with grace. His morning routines were not just about preparation, but were also exercises in cultivating a mindset that could weather change without losing focus or strength. For us, Musashi's example teaches the power of intentionality, coupled with adaptability. As we prepare for our day, we can set our goals and map out our approach, but we should also leave space for the unexpected, using our morning clarity to navigate the day with resilience and agility. Musashi's practices are a call to move through our days with deliberate action and open awareness, ready for whatever lies ahead. As the sun sets on our time together, remember the lessons of Musashi's morning: discipline, mindfulness, and intention. Take these ancient threads and weave them into the fabric of your modern life. Start tomorrow with the spirit of a samurai and watch as each day becomes a new victory. Until our next journey into the past, carry forward the wisdom of Musashi, and may each sunrise bring you closer to mastering the art of your own life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more glimpses into the ways of the warrior. Farewell, and may your path be clear and your resolve steadfast.